See, it's an unfortunate fact. There are 4 emotive communities in Tamil Nadu. I call them emotive communities because they react emotionally. Persons who are thinking and behaving are a different breed, and people who react to a given situation are a different breed. And communities carry their own trait, whether you like it or not. This comes from even Karna period.
Everything has Varna. Even a flower has Varna.
Okay, so now, see, we have been as a party 44 years now, completed 44 years of our existence as a party. So far, in the last 44 years, the largest community of the state called 1 years. Incidentally, I belong to that community. There were 100 general secretaries of the party having became general secretaries of the party. There was not even one who came from that community. So, if general secretary has not come, where is the question of president? So, there is no president, there is no general secretary from this party. Maybe from among the 30 and odd state office bearers, 1 or 2 are given every rationed. For a community which is 20%, said to be 20%, there is no concrete figure available because there is no caste census. But then everybody knows that this is the largest community, roughly close to, let us call it as 15%. You should have some representation being given to them, at least to the tune of 3, 4, 5 people, depending upon various situations. This has never happened. So, for a community to feel close to the party, their brand of person should be there. This is absent for the 1 years. There was no president from Mukulathur, or whatever we call it as, that community. There was no president from Pallar or Devendra Kulavelalar community. There was one president from the Parayar community, which is second or third largest in the state. That man also came from some kind of Dravidian background, and he went back to DMK. Our state president went back to DMK, and he died as a DMK man. These are unfortunate fact. But see, I'm more a social scientist. I read through the psychology of common man. So as long as we ignore this 50% state population, which is an emotive, fighting spirited community. These are the 4 fighting spirited communities in Tamil Nadu. Whether you like it or not, this is a fact. Then the immediate communities are Nadars and Gaundars of Tamil Nadu with reasonably big money power at their disposal. Let us look at the fact of the case. These are naked facts. The last 20 years, let us take 2003 till today, 24. Of the 20 years, we have Nadars being president for 10 years, 6 years the Gaundars, 2 moneyed communities, 3 years Brahmin. 1.5 year or less than 1.5 year is our Muruganji, Arundhathir community. These are the 4 communities. Together they form something like 15% of state population. This 50% of the state population, namely 1 year Mukulathur, Pallar, Parayar, or Devendra Kulavelalar, Parayar. These communities are not given their due representation in the party system. In my opinion, this is very, very important that a due representation is given so that the emotional affinity comes to stay with the party. This is what the Dravidian party is doing, despite saying that we are not caste oriented. They are exactly giving representation to each community or adding the community organizations together with them. For example, Vidudalai Chirthaikal is a party of more of SC community. They ensure that they don't go away. They keep them under some levels of inducement. So, that Parayar community vote continues to remain with DMK as a big support base.
So, there is no, I mean, they keep attacking Hinduism so blatantly, and still they would do these kind of things. I believe there is a bust, a statue of EVR. I'm not sure if it is in front of Kapali temple in Chennai or somewhere.
Srirangam temple in Trichy. Which says there is no God, and whoever believes in God is a fool.
Why can't that? Why do we allow that? The Muslims, the Christians will never allow this. I'm guessing Muslims for sure not. Christians also perhaps not. How do they only show their middle finger to the Hindus and get away with it?
I remember Ram Janmabhoomi movement. Had we wanted, we could have removed it day one.
Yes.
We wanted the social momentum to take place, the social conscience being awakened.
Okay.
Similar things should happen in Tamil Nadu, which is nothing but Hindu consolidation. That is participation and respect for all.
How will it happen and why? In what circumstances would they come, and is BJP not seen as a Hindu party but just a political party? I will ask a counter question here. I was expressing my angst with a friend that Stalin said all of this, that I want to file a case against him. And he's a lawyer, and he said, Stalin's wife is a practicing Hindu and very devout. So he says that this is all politics. Every time I talk to Tamil people, every time we say that they say this, they all brush it away saying, oh, this is all politics. So they don't see the attack on their identity at all coming from the DMK. What do you have to say about this?
See, what had happened, we have to understand the societal flow into it. First of all, the Brahmins were attacked.
Yes.
Starting from 1906, this movement started. Okay. And then the Hindu pride was attacked. You are caste oriented, this, that. After finishing Brahmins from the socio-political domain, then they started attacking Hindu religious feelings, sentiments, practices, rituals, etc. Okay. Making the Hindus feel that you are nothing. You are one of the most conservative, laid-back society. Having managed to convey that message, and also that there started the atheist movement. A good number of Hindus, they started believing this rational thinking process. And then after MGR's arrival into political scene, there was a revival of Hindu sentiment again. But that did not emerge as a Hindu awakening thought process, but it went on more as a Hindu faith or Hindu rituals. Not as a community thinking together. Earlier it used to be community thinking together for its benefit. Today it became a thing between God and myself. I pray to him, I get something.
Yeah. So at least
a
sense of acceptance, the attack on the Hindu community perhaps stopped under MGR.
There was a serious shift that had happened, but from community faith, community togetherness to rationalism to again faith but individual centric. This tectonic shift we have to understand. Today it is me, God, I pray him, I get something out of him. I believe in God today. Unlike my ancestor, my previous generation. This is the thought process today. So that Hindu togetherness is missing today. That they have managed somehow. And thanks to the textbook education where you throw some philosophies or ideologies or wrong things, implant them into the common man's mind. This they have managed. To the extent, the current minority commission head of Tamil Nadu is a father, or the so-called pastor father from Loyola College. He says that when I was heading, that guy was heading the education department's syllabus making system. And said, if you keenly study the books, you will see me having planted so many Christianity things. He says openly. And there is no voice against it. Because the Hindu Samuday or Hindu Samaj is not ready to react today. That's the current scenario. Let us face the...
Is this fear?
Okay, look at it politically. I will come back to the same situation. We as a party, the Hindu Identity Party, have failed to bring in reactionary societies into BJP system. The four communities were ignored. Let us face the fact.
Fight back basically are ignored.
If these communities were inside the system, they would have taken the lead to fight against. That is not possible today because we don't have reactionary communities inside the party system.